Well, hello everyone, and how are you lot doing today? Are you all good? Are you all okay? And if you're not, I hope things get better for you. If you like this video, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you get notifications and give it a thumbs up. And I'll be bringing more hobby videos to my hobby channel in the future. But today we're going to make an origami flapping dragon. You can see that proper. We're going to make this. It's basically like the flapping bird, but just with a few more folds on it, like. Just a little bit harder to make than the flapping bird in the previous video I did. The flapping origami bird, like. But yeah, I'm going to show you how to make this. Made it in red, which looks really cool. You know, it is a dragon after all. But yeah, I'm going to show you how to make this. But I'm going to do it with a white sheet of paper, which most people have. You know, A4 paper. So I can show you how to get your square and everything like that to start off with again. You know, for people who haven't, who's very first visiting me channel and haven't seen the flapping bird origami paper folding video. But yeah, there it is. Flapping dragon, and it looks really cool too, as you can probably see. Okay, well, let's get on with it. Got two sheets of A4 paper though instead, only need one. So just get a white sheet of paper, which most people will have, you know, if you don't have the red paper. And to make your square and everything, bring this edge to this edge, cornering it off so it's all square and everything. Yeah, this edge to this edge. Just doing it a few times, you know, so people understand what I'm going on about and everything. Trying to make this video as detailed as possible, so just be careful with it, take your time. Just take your time. With it. You know, make sure you've got the perfect point on the end there. Nearly have. So it's like all perfect and parallel and everything. Just like that. And give it a really nice hard crease on a nice surface that's nice and smooth, so you can crease it nicely, just like that. And then turn it over. That's another thing I forgot to explain as well in the last video. That's a valley fold because it goes underneath, the fold does, and that's a mounting fold because it's on top. May help to explain, you know, the paper folding, you know, in videos and stuff a bit better to you. So that's a valley fold. So when I go to, you know, put your full valley fold down, you know, you'll know what I mean. Put it that way instead. And when I say, you know, put your fold, you know, mounting side, mounting fold, that's a mounting fold because it's on top. Makes sense? Yep. So what you want to do is, that's what you'd add, you know, to make your square and everything. You want to turn your sheet of paper over now, and then fold this edge to this edge, making it point off here right at the end. And all square and everything. Just take your time with it. You'll get it. Just like that. To get the perfect fold, perfect square, like I have there. Now, this fold here, just fold it back on itself. This fold mounting side up, just to get a nice crease. And then again, turn it over. Give it another crease. Just keep going back and forth a few times, just so you can get a nice tear out of it. A nice straight tear. Just do this a few times. You're just weakening the crease. That's all you're doing. So it tears a hell of a lot easier for you. And then start tearing along that crease. And it's going to tear perfectly now, just like that. Because you've weakened the crease in that by, you know, folding it back and forth. If that makes sense. There you guys. And there you go. Perfect. Now, we've got our perfect square now. So, you want this fold mounting side up, and then you want to fold this edge to this edge, completely in half. Just take your time, get it all symmetrical and everything. Give it a nice hard crease with the balls of your thumb or fingers. Using this hand with your fingers spread to hold everything together, if that makes sense, like, while you're doing it. Now you'll have that. So unfold it. Turn it around, making sure this crease you've just done is valley, fold down. And then what you want to do is bring this edge to this edge here. So, fold it perfectly in half, edge to edge, corner to corner. Just like that. Now, do you remember that crease you very first started off with? Have it mounting side up, and then grab this corner here, you know, along that crease there, together, and then together, and then it'll all come together nicely, just like that. Recrease it to make sure you've got nice creases. Always re-go over your creases like. Just make sure everything's all brilliant and that. Now, you want to put it that way, where you can grab the flap at the bottom here, because that's where you want that pointed down. See, as all this is closed up on the top end, and it's open here on the bottom, well, you want that face down. Now, what you want to do is bring this corner, just do that, and then you want to bring this edge of the back corner, this edge, to this valley fold here. Right, so do that, making sure it's nice and symmetrical, nice at the points and everything. It's completely in line with that valley fold. Because it's a crease down, that's pointing downwards, so that's why you call it a valley fold. As I explained at the beginning of the video, I just thought, you know, I'll use those terms instead to try and make it easier for people to understand where I'm doing the creases and everything. So that's done. Make sure it's a nice crease. Always go over you re-crease your creases, like I said, so it all nicely stays together. And then what you want to do is, do you know this first flap here? Getting ahead of myself there. You want to bring this corner of it to this valley fold here. Just like that. Making sure it's nicely in the point down here, completely across that fold, just like that. Remember, always re-crease your creases so it stays all symmetrical and everything. Just like that, and then just bring it together again like that, and then do the other side again. Bring your flap over. Let's start with this back one first. Just keep those creases nice and tight, because the tighter you keep those creases, the better your model will be. Without hitting any problems or out. So, getting ahead of myself again, guys, sorry. Bring this edge to this valley fold here in middle. I'm just trying to show you in real time how to properly do this, you know, instead of like all the videos that are on the internet and on YouTube, you know, that do the speedy thing and then you don't know where they've folded or anything like. I know the long videos and all that, but you know, I give proper instructions and everything. And I don't do all the fancy stuff of all the editing and stuff like that as if I've done the perfect models and all that, you know, first time. and stuff like that. I don't do that. I think it's more natural if you'd leave the mistakes in the video, you know what I mean, and correct them as you're doing them in the video, because that way, you know, one of you guys might come across the same problem and the solution's there for you. You know what I mean? Right, now we've done that, and I've stopped bloody gabbing away. Let's get on with it. Now, this other flap here, what you pulled up from there, you want to bring this edge to this valley fold here, the middle, all the way to the point. You know, take your time with it. Like I keep saying, the more perfect you get those folds and creases, the better your model will be anyway. Okay. Now we've got that. Now, what you want to do with this still being face down is, remember those two folds you made? They'll form this as you like fold it up, and you want it going across the point of this mounting fold at the top here to this mounting fold at the top here. You want it folding straight across, line to line, if that makes sense. See it right there? So it's like the top of the creases, you want that extra crease there, so it brings all this together just like this. Makes sense? And they'll naturally form that like that. Then on the other side, just like that. Then make that fold behind, which is here. Just like that. And then do the same, turn it around and do the same on the back side. Again, from the top of this valley fold here, the top of it, to the top of this valley fold here, to the top. Fold straight across, and where you made those creases again, that'll just, you know, fold into itself, just like that. And then like that. Make sure you make the crease behind her, just like that. Making sure all your creases are nice and creased and tight, and bring it back down. Now, this is what you've got. So, what we want to do now is, you know, this point here, you want to bring it down to this valley fold here, top of this diamond shape. Just make a fold there. And this next part is quite fiddly, but take your time and you'll easily get it. Just make a nice crease there, a nice hard crease. Okay, open it up like that, and then you'll have two flaps here, two flaps here, two sides. Yep. Then you've got this here. What you want to do is just grab it like that and grab it like that, and then sort of just manipulate this part, this square. You just want to manipulate it. Even pull on these as well, only lightly though, just like that, and like that. Get your fingers in there like that, and then just form those folds there. This is where you brought the top down to the middle. Then do that. Can you see how it's going in now when you're making that square from that initial fold? So you just want to go along the tip, mounting folding it, if that makes sense. Where you made that fold from point. And then let's do the same here. It is a bit of a pain in the backside, but once you've got it, you've got it. Now start bringing. You'll have the folds here and the folds here, so you've got to start coming along these folds here and coming along this fold here, and then sort of fold it in where it's coming in on that side. So see what I'm saying? Does that make sense to you guys? I mean, it'll fold itself. You've just got to go along the initial folds and then fold that in, so it's like inwards. That first point you made, it's like going in now all the way, and that's what you want. Bring it together just like that, and we're done with that part. Sorry guys, I've got a little bit of a cold at the moment. Now, what we want to do is bring this up. And then this up to here. And then reverse fold. Bring this point all the way up to this point, if that makes sense. So just grab it either side, in middle, open it up slightly like that, if that makes sense, and then sort of straighten it out like that and bring it up just like that. That, and then make the creases there at the bottom. Just like that. And again, on the other side, grab it here with your thumb, grab it here with your finger, and then open it up and bring it up to the middle like that. Just like that. Now, what you want to do is bring this out, yeah, this in the middle, and you want it, just bring that back so I can show you, do you know, this edge here, you want that parallel to this edge here. Makes sense? So do that and use this mounting fold here as a guide. Just get it nice and parallel and straight to that, and then you'll form this at the bottom and crease. Make it all nice, the creases and all that, just like I keep saying. Turn it over and do the same again with this side. Again, this edge to this fold here as a guide. Make it parallel to it, just like that, which will form this triangle shape here and fold, just like that. Okay, so we've got that now. Now what you want to do is grab one of these flaps and then bring this edge to this edge here, all pointy and square and everything. Just like I like starting at the point first on this side. Just makes it easier to, you know, do it straight, if that makes sense. So do that, make sure it's all nice and straight and everything. You don't want this edge going over the wings where it folds here or anything. You just want to do it parallel. And then do the same on this side. So you want this edge going to this edge, all pointed and squared off and everything. So again, start with the point, manipulate it with your finger just ever so lightly and all that till you get that nice perfect point and all parallel, lined up and everything, and then fold it all the way so it's all nice and straight. That's why I said start with the point, because this becomes much easier rather than starting at this end. Start with the point first and then you can just work your way around down so it gets nice and straight and parallel to that edge. Now turn it over and then do the same on this side, this edge to this edge, and same with this side, this edge to this edge to this edge. Okay, so we're going to do this one first. So it's this edge to this edge. Again, start at the point, using your finger to manipulate the point and get it as perfect as possible by starting at the point. Just like that, and then make it parallel, completely straight, just like that, and then do the same with this side, this edge to this edge. Again, start at the point, just like that, get it as straight as possible. Keep going. then just fold it off nicely and creased. Okay, now for the next part. What you want to do is reverse fold this, but in behind the wing, the edge of the wing, that is. Show you what I mean right now. So what you want to do is grab this wing here just at the bottom, just bring out this edge here, just straighten it out, just pull on it slightly and you'll get this here. Now bring it in just like that. Makes sense? Because you've already got the folds there to actually do this anyway, where he'll just nicely fold in anyway. Just don't try with it, you know what I mean? If that makes sense. Again, bring this edge out slightly, grab the wing right at the bottom here, just ever so lightly, just pull it out with your finger, fold the edge back in, and then fold it just a little bit of manipulation, and fold it just like that. Makes sense? And I can show you two more times. Again, bring your edge out, grab the wing at the bottom, bring it in on itself, just like that, where the fold is here, make it into a valley fold, this little fold here, that's here, just bring it in, we'll try and fight with you a little bit, but just, you know, make sure everything's nice and straight and everything. And done. Just like that. And now on this side, bring it out, that edge, bring the corner of the wing out, and then just fold it in on itself like that, where the creases are anyway. And you'll have that shape now. Right, now I didn't quite do that one quite too well. That's why I say you make sure you re-go over your creases and all that, so it doesn't happen what just happened to me there, where it starts, you know what I mean, uncreasing itself in certain parts and that. Make sure all your creases are nice and hard and everything. Re-go over all your creases and that, just make sure it's as perfect as possible so it doesn't come apart and all that. Anyway, you'll have this shape now, your wings and everything. Just choose one of these sides to be your head. I'm going to choose this one. Now what you want to do is bring it up and fold it across like that, if that makes sense, staying clear of this bottom here. You're just making a fold so you can make the head, the neck, sorry, and then do that, just like that, and then unfold it. Did you see what I did then? So you have this valley fold here that's turned up, I just brought it over and brought this bottom edge here in a line with the bottom here. That makes sense, just like that. Make sure you give it a nice crease and everything. Straighten it out, and then what you want to do is, as you can open this up just like that. Remember that crease you did? It's made two there, and just go along that crease, bringing it back on itself. See what I mean? So open it up, just press it straight and make sure it folds in on itself like that, and come across these, go along those two creases you made. Well, that one crease that makes two creases. You with me? And then bring it up like that, making sure it's not hitting the wing or anything like that. And crease it nicely. Okay, what you want to do now is, can you see as it opens here? Here? Well, you want to crease it about halfway down, and then what you want to do is put your finger here, thumb here, and then just go like that. If that makes sense. So about halfway, just like that, and then crease it. So you'll have that shape now, just like that. And then we need one more fold on this side to make it the dragon's horn. So again, grab it at the back with your thumb, just like that, just over halfway up, just over, not quite halfway, but just over halfway, and then bring it up, and then fold it on itself, just like that. And there's your dragon's head, all done and dusted. Now for the wings. What you want to do is, you want to fold this edge to this corner here, but at an angle, if that makes sense. But you want it, I'll just bring this wing down actually and show you. You want this edge parallel to this, if that makes sense, as a guide of how high you want it. But you want it coming like from the corner here in a diagonal direction. Does that make sense? I'll show you what I mean. So grab it and then start from the back end like that and bring it down until this corner of the mounting fold is parallel to the back here. That makes sense, just like that, making sure it's folded to the corner here, just like that. And then what will make this 10 times easier is turn it around, because you've made your first initial crease. Now all you're doing is creasing it from that corner to the top of the parallel to the top of the back here, if that makes sense. Turn it over and then just match this point to this point, so it's like perfect. Okay, now we've done that, what you want to do is bring this corner going across from this point, again the crease, and you want to have it parallel with this fold here and this fold here at the bottom of the body. That makes sense. But you want it all still in a point at this side where your creases go, as if you were making like one of those old-fashioned fans, if that makes sense, the ones that you can waft to cool you down. So parallel to that there, just like that, to this line here, all the way from the back end, from the corner here, turn it over and then match your next wing to it, because it'll automatically fall into place anyway. That makes sense. Okay, just like that. And then what you want to do is grab this and make your next fold parallel to this first mounting fold you made here on the wing. So just do that, but again keep it cornered off. Just like that. And then do the same on this side. Corner it off. You've got to do this manually because you can't match it up now, like, you know what I mean. So just bring the edge to this valley fold here. This mounting fold here to this mounting fold here. Does that make sense? See what I mean? Mistake. Stay on the bloody video. Just like that. And then what you want to do is just fold it off. Bring this edge to this mounting fold here that you've just done. You know, pointing it off here in corner, so it's all still symmetrical and everything. So again, work with the actual point first and then work with the top like that, and do the same on this side. Again, work from the point upwards. I find it easier doing this. If you get the points nice and straight and everything, it just makes everything else so much easier. You know, the lining up and everything. Just like that. That makes sense. Now, open your wings, just like that. Make sure it's all still nicely folded and that. I just like re-going over my creases, and all that stuff, like. Just like that, and you should have a dragon now, just like that. May get a bit stiff at the back here, but you know, just gently pull it and it'll eventually start flapping its wings like that. And there is your flapping origami paper dragon done. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, please, a like. hit the bell notifications so you get notifications basically when they upload a new video. And I hope you all look after yourselves and each other. Have a great day and a better tomorrow. If you like the video and all that, I really do appreciate the likes, the subscriptions. It helps me out a lot, you know. And yeah, that's how you make a flapping dragon. Kids and big kids will love this alike. But there you go. Get subscribing, guys, get liking and all that. More future videos to come. Bye bye, guys, see you next time.